Hello everybody, and welcome to Henry's Kitchen, where today we're going to be making my famous homemade falafel balls. I popularized this recipe several years ago, and they turned out to be a big hit. The word falafel or falafel is the plural of the Arabic filfil, meaning pepper, which is used in other languages such as the Persian pilpil, from the Sanskrit word pipal, meaning long pepper ball, or an earlier filfal from Aramaic pilpal, meaning small round tasty thing, derived from palpal, thus in origin. Falafel would be rollers, little balls. Let's get started. That, by the way, is from wikipedia.com. They're big on etymology there, and I think that sometimes knowing how to make a certain type of food is important, but also learning the etymology or the root of wherever the word came from can give you a little bit of extra insight. I would like to say some thank yous here. I have some people who are following, and thank you very much. There's a lot of stuff here, so it's a little overwhelming. Josh Ladd has subscribed. Thank you very much. Bumble Vision subscribed. And I just want to say I'm still sort of getting used to reading the chat and everything, but I'm going to try as hard as I can to answer any questions that you have, because cooking is a living and breathing process. And it's important to have interaction. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here. Whoops. Okay. So let's start with our ingredients here. What we've got is some flour, and this was on the Discord. I've been posting the recipes ahead of time so you can make it along with me. I've got some liquid oil here. You can use canola or you can use olive. Extra virgin olive is good. Extra virgin was my nickname. Okay, so this is chickpeas. They're also called garbanzo beans. So if there's any confusion, because on the recipe I said that we're going to be needing chickpeas, but some supermarkets call them garbanzos, and either one that you want should be fine. Baking powder. This is as to be contrasted with baking soda. We will not be using baking soda today because we don't need it. And then I've got also here some cilantro. You can use cilantro or parsley or both. It's a very flexible recipe, and there's really no two falafels that are exactly the same, which is what's kind of exciting about this. Okay, let's get started. We're going to start by using our blender, and we're going to put our ingredients into the blender. Very important. I'm going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. I've always said that if you're going to be cooking at all, no matter what you're cooking, always start by preheating your oven, because chances are there's going to be some oven cooking, and you don't want to get to, so far into it and then all of a sudden it says preheat your oven and you're waiting 20 minutes. So I would say always start right off the bat. And we're gonna, what did it say, 350 degrees, I think. Okay. So we have here now the first thing that we're going to be doing. Okay, so we preheated the oven at 350 degrees. Now we're going to take our chickpeas. We want 2 cups of chickpeas. I looked at my can here, and it says there's 3.5 servings, and each serving size is a half a cup. So if you do the math on that, we have a new subscriber. Regularly consume water. Thank you very much for subscribing. I've got alerts set up now, so I'm very happy about that. Okay, 3.5 servings per container. So each serving size is a half a cup. So Alexa, what's 3.5 times 1/2?
3.5 times 0.5 is 1.75.
Okay, 1.75. So this isn't going to quite cut it. This is going to get us to about 1 3/4 cups. So we're going to need to open a second can, unfortunately. Shit. Okay, this is mostly water, unfortunately. So I'm going to dump some of this water. It's been a little while since I've made these. Okay, so let's put our garbanzos in there, and then now we're going to open this. So the math's going to get a little tricky here because I don't want to put this whole thing in there. I just need to make up what we lost. So, wow, a nice person, Jesse, has gifted 10 subs. So thank you very much, Jesse. Let's see here. Okay, so now question is how much of this to put in. 0.25 of a cup, I would imagine. So that's 1/4 of a cup, so we've got that here. And as I said in one of my earlier recipes, these cups are not accurate, and you want to try not to get so much water in there. Ah, shit. All right. Okay, that's going to be enough for the garbanzos. Let's go on to our parsley. We want 1 full cup. So let's just basically break off this much and put it in there. We're supposed to do cilantro. So I'm going to do, I don't have cilantro, so I'm just going to do 2 times the amount of parsley. And next up, we've got our flour. We want 1 cup of flour. And again, these things are not accurate, so if you get a little bit more or a little bit less, that's going to be okay. Shit. That was way too much, I think, but we'll see. Okay. Baking powder, 1/4 cup of canola oil. So we're going to grab that same 1/4 cup thing that we had before. We're going to put this in there. Ideally, this is going to be a food processor, but in this case, we're using a blender. They both basically do the same thing. Okay, so we have put... Uh-oh. Okay, I might have made a little bit of a mistake. It says put chickpeas, parsley, cilantro, flour, and baking powder into the food processor. It didn't say anything about oil, so I'm not sure how that's going to work, but all right. Either way, let's just continue on here. I'm just going to start getting this going. So you want to put it on, And then you just want to start. There's like 7 different things here. They all basically do the same thing. Might have to stir it up a little bit. Not sure why this isn't really working the way it should. Okay, this is problematic. I'm not sure exactly what's happening here. Maybe I need some more water or something. I'm just gonna put some liquid in there. That's probably what you need. Yeah. Okay. So a lot of what you're doing in the kitchen is basic improvisation. Probably about good. The next step here is going to be that we're going to process these. It says to leave them in the refrigerator for 2 hours. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. What we're going to do is we're probably just going to go ahead and put... Oh, we have Legs for Live. Just subscribe. Thank you very much. I'm sorry that this is turning out to be a little bit of a technical problem here. But... I'm going to go ahead and pour our mixture into this. And hopefully this will be the last we'll see this blender for a little while because it's getting a little bit annoying. Alright, I'm going to get rid of this. Technology in general is not only something that helps us a lot, but sometimes it can be a very cruel mistress. Okay, so the next step is that we're going to get an ice cream scooper, and we're going to scoop these onto our baby case cake pop maker. So here, hold on a second. I've got this thing here, which is called a cake pop maker. Be careful that it doesn't close on your hand there. This thing. If anybody knows the people at Baby Cakes Cake Pops, it's they do have some problems with the safety on this thing. Sorry, that's my cat. All right. And they also give you an extremely fucking short cord for this thing, and I guess that's probably for safety reasons. Okay, here we go. That means that the oven is heated. I really messed up my thumb when this thing clamped down on me, so you want to be careful. Oh no. This thing is actually a very dangerous piece of equipment.
Okay.
Oh, Cookie Party just subscribed. Thank you for that. Now we're going to take an ice cream scooper. I don't have an ice cream scooper. I have this utensil which has similar shapes. I don't know what this is. If anybody out there knows what this is, I don't even know if it's a cooking utensil, but it seems to work in circular fashion. So I'm going to go ahead and start scooping these and putting them into holes. Just like so. If you're just joining us now, we're making falafel balls, and we've mixed up some very fine ingredients, some parsley and cilantro.
Okay.
We just got holiday spice. Just subscribe. Thank you very much. But we basically what we did is we blended them up with some flour and some oil, and we found out we didn't need the oil, but I had to put some more water in there to get the thing going. And so we just blended it up, and now we're putting it into our Baby Cakes cake pop maker here. And of course we're not making cake pops, we're making falafels, but interestingly enough, they're very similar in shape and also the way that you make them. Falafels have been around for thousands of years, whereas cake pops have only been around since I think Starbucks. Oh, Maritan just subscribed. Thank you for subscribing, and I want to thank everybody out there for supporting this Twitch live streaming journey that I've been on. It looks like Nim sent a lot of people over here today, so I want to thank him as always. He's the one who got me started with the whole thing. So all right, these are starting to look pretty good. It's cooking for some reason, and I'm not sure why, because it's not supposed to. But okay, I'm just trying to fill them up so they actually become complete. That's Hairplane has gifted a sub to viewers, so thank you very much for that. And all right, I think we're probably about ready. Oh, Lurcher just subscribed. Thank you. Here we go. There, if you have a little bit of excess stuff around your balls, it's when you close it, it's gonna sort of correct itself. Here we go. All right. So we have here, green means it's ready to open, and red means that it's cooking. Unfortunately, it looks like red and green are both being illuminated at this point, so I don't know what message that's supposed to be sending. But I do know that we're going to need an oven mitt for this, definitely. And I'm going to start getting ready by, let's see. We're going to cook them for 5 minutes, and then we're going to put them on a frying pan.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds like somebody, Jackie Chun, just subscribed, so thank you very much, Jackie. We're going to get our what do you call this? A cookie sheet ready. This is very dirty, as you can see. So I'm going to put some tin foil over the top of it. If you just joined, we are cooking falafel balls. Holy moly mo just subscribed. Thank you very much. And you know, while we're cooking, we're gonna be able to do some exciting stuff. There's smoke coming out of this, so I think I'm just gonna kind of check on this. Pikachu X12, I guess, in Roman numerals. Just no, that's not even close to done. We're gonna keep going. All right, these are cooking. I can smell them. everything seems to be going okay from what I can tell. Just a little bit of advice to people that are young, that are interested in getting started with cooking. When you start cooking, you're going to fail. Failure is something that you're going to experience in the kitchen for probably the first 12 years of cooking.
Okay.
Persitin just subscribed, thank you. And it's probably even going to go further than that. So my advice is just don't do it. Don't even bother. Go out to eat, pay for it. It's so much more pleasant. I cook because it's sort of the burden that I've inherited because I'm good at it. King Henry the 13th just subscribed. Thank you. But I'm good at it, so I know that a lot of people do want to know how to do it, and so I teach it, and it can be fulfilling at times. It's like fighting a bully, you you look at your kitchen and it looks like Mount Everest or something like that, and when you do conquer it, you get a little bit of a feeling of accomplishment. But in certain times, like today's had a little bit of roughness to it, and you start wondering if it's even worth it. Okay, so hopefully that was encouraging to anybody. Let's take a look at our, I'm going to use a little bit of spray to spray down, otherwise they stick. And let's see how these are doing. All right, well, they're starting to get a little more falafel-y. They don't necessarily look like the ones that you see on TV, so I'm just going to kind of recheck the directions here. It says we're going to cook them for 5 minutes, and then we're going to put them on a hot cookie sheet. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so actually, guys, no, I did something wrong. So you're gonna have to bear with me for a second here. We're not using the oven for this. That's roast beef, my cat, who is very old, so he sounds a little bit like a pterodactyl or something when he...
Okay.
0333 just subscribed. Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to do a shift of direction here. Give me a second. We're going to be using another device here called the hot plate. Fish with 3 H's just subscribed. Okay, we're done with the cake pop maker. This is getting insane here. Okay, these are done. I'm going to push these off to the side while we set up our hot plate. This is a magnetic conduction hot plate, so it only works with certain items, but fortunately I have a
okay.
That was okay, somebody subscribed and I'd like to see who that was because I want to thank them. LG Cool J210 maybe. There's and Bomb Shrek. There's a lot of people that are subscribing. Okay, so that's LG Cool J210, and so the one that I missed, I guess Must have, yeah, fish. And Born Shrek. Yeah, okay, thank you. And LJ Cool J210. Now I'm back. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this. So, guys, we're preheating the oven. That was in the directions for some reason. Hold on, I'm going to have to feed my cat here. There was a notification there that I missed while I was feeding my cat. Let's see. Oh, 0333 is gifting subs, so thanks very much. And Backwoods 66 has followed, and people are doing a lot of cool things. I'm trying to keep up with all this stuff. All right. Okay, so what we have here now is a frying pan. So if you're just joining us, we thought we were preheating our oven, but we're not. We are actually frying this sucker. And that makes sense now because that's what the oil was for. So I'm going to go ahead and start our hot plate. I'm going to put it on 400. And boy, I really can't wait until this part of it's done. That's a little loud, so I apologize. Let's go ahead and throw down our oil. How much did it need? 1/4 cup of oil. So that's quite a bit of oil that we're using for this. But like I told you, these cups are not accurate by any means. So I don't want anybody relying on them. Watch out when you grab these things because they're a little bit sometimes very hot. Okay, the time has come for us now to take our cake pops, and we're probably going to have, let's try to think of some utensil for this. I've got a grabber here, and we're going to put these in the frying pan. We're going to fry them on each side for 5 minutes until they're crispy. Make sure that you can see this. And they are going to be connected together, but you can easily break them apart with your grabber. These have cooled down nicely, so by the way, I want to apologize for what I said about the Baby Cakes cake pop maker earlier. It's not really their fault, but I've hurt myself a few times with it. But if they'd like to sponsor my shows, I'm definitely interested in talking to them about it. Safety in the kitchen is a very important thing. I try not to use any sharp objects when I'm cooking, because I've always said that there's no type of food that's worth cutting yourself over, except for maybe tiramisu. Okay. Let's all right, so we've got these guys frying up, and things seem to be going pretty well. That's sort of under control for a little bit. I'm gonna cover these up, and maybe this would be a good time to maybe do some music. I had a lot of requests for a song when I was on here last time, and so I practiced it a little bit. It's a song called Holy Guacamole by Jose Suicidio, and it's a very silly song with a lot of silly lyrics, so you know, hopefully if you're in a silly mood, this is the song for you. But it's also a little depressing. So if you're depressed, this could be a song for you too. Holy guacamole, holy guacamole, I just got hit by a car. You're the one who set me off my feet, pushed me in the street, left me in a coma, making guacamole, mix it in the bowlie. I just got shot in the face, and you're the one who had the smoking gun. Love is just no fun whenever I'm with you. Guacamole me, guacamole you. I just got busted for drugs. You're the one who sold me to the Fed, leaving me for dead. How could you be so cruel? Captain Guacamole, Officer Stromboli, I just got hepatitis C. And you were standing there with a syringe. How it makes me cringe whenever I'm with you. Holy guacamole, lumpy, green and moldy. Baby, I wouldn't change a thing. 'Cause even when I'm down upon my luck, I don't give a fuck. Long as I have you. There you go. That's the Holy Guacamole song. Let's check on our falafels. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to flip these.
Okay.
Television Boy just subscribed. Thank you for that.
Okay.
And Farty McButts. Thank you. Oh, wow. This is popping pretty bad. And that's dangerous. So I'm going to try to make this flip over process as quick as I possibly can. It seems like this is basically just a little bit like fried junk food, but with a lot of nice herbs and stuff inside of it. I'm going to swish these around in the oil a little bit more. Wow. Somebody cheered times 500, but I can't see who that was. Let me see if I can find that in my... I think it's just a lot of... Oh. A lot of lines. But thank you very much. And let's go ahead and cover this. Those are definitely looking like falafel balls, which is exciting. Okay, this is often served with something called tahini sauce. I don't have tahini sauce. If you have these ingredients, though, you can make them. I don't, so today I'll be using mayonnaise as our dipping sauce. But tahini sauce is basically garlic powder, olive oil, and tahini sauce. You just mix those three things together and you have tahini sauce. I'm not really sure what it is, but I'll be using mayonnaise. Meantime, Let's go ahead and, maybe a fun thing to do right now is while we're waiting for our falafels, why don't I just answer any questions that anybody might have? Does anybody... Farty McButts gifted a sub to Woof.com. Is mayonnaise an instrument? It's an instrument of joy for sure. Do you have keto glucose Frito version of this? Yeah, the keto version of this, I guess you would probably add more fat, I think, and then you'd probably add less flour. Somebody said they like my shirt. Thanks. Summertime's coming up here, and I think it's time to start. This thing's kind of burning a little bit. Hold on. I'm going to turn the heat down. I'm trying to get a little bit more into the zone of sunshine. So I apologize if the shirt's a little too loud for some people, but somebody said their house is on fire. Yeah, I'm a little worried about what's happening here. I don't know why it's getting so crazy. I'm going to turn this off. When all else fails, just turn stuff off. Yeah, these are done. I'm going to answer a couple more questions here, and then we're going to take these and put them on a paper towel. Somebody asked, Fiend Chicken asked, why am I sad? Why are they sad? You might be sad because you don't have a lot of fulfillment from self-actualization activities like cooking. Cooking's a very important thing. What's the weirdest thing I've ever cooked was probably, it might be this, actually. It's either the falafels or maybe my pupusas. I was asked if I have any hummus. Hummus would actually be a great side item for this. I don't have any hummus. My favorite Jose Suicidio song is probably Help Me Make It Through the Night. Help me. When am I coming back to Portland? I love Portland. It's a beautiful place, Portland, Oregon. I'd love to. I haven't been doing a lot of traveling lately, but boy, I would really like to get back there. It's a good place. Does it matter how to spell falafel? No. There's no relation between the taste of something and the way that you spell it. Although if you spell it incorrectly, it'll be harder to find the recipe. If you were to spell falafel incorrectly, how would you spell it? I think the common mistake is that people spell it with an E instead of an A. Somebody asked, what do I think about Sweden? I've never been to Sweden, but everything that I can tell about it, it looks awesome. I'd like to go. Is something burning? Yes, there's definitely something burning. So let's go ahead. I turned off the heat. And now it's time to take our very hot balls and put them on a paper towel. But you know what? These are actually looking like they worked out. They're just very oily, so we want them to dry. Ooh, watch out for those pops. Okay, while we're letting that sit, I'm going to move my cake pop maker, which is still dangerously hot, by the way. I'm going to remove this. I found that it's best to sort of organize things while you're doing it. So here, let's turn that off. This thing actually is very hot.
Okay.
Kevy Shumero just subscribed. Thanks for that. Here are our balls. So now we're going to... Oh, yeah, we've got the Henry's Kitchen game, which I can play a little bit too. But first, I'm going to grab some mayo. I better have mayo. Oh, yeah. And we're going to put this on the side of our plate. Oh, good. Roast beef seems to be crashed out. He's sort of spilling off into the ether there. All right. These are very solid, which I think is the right way to have them. Got a very dirty spoon here. We're going to just give that a wipe down. And actually, I'm going to get a... You want to, for your dipping sauce, you probably want about 2 tablespoons of mayo. Other than that, you want to cut. You want to try to cut down your mayo intake to a certain extent because it's not the healthiest. But okay, let's let those cool down a little bit, and then we're going to try them. Maybe meantime, I'll just do a quick round of the Henry's Kitchen video game here, which I always like to play while I'm waiting for stuff. Let's see here. Oh wait, no. I always find that I have to refresh it because for whatever reason the sound doesn't work correctly. If anybody wants to know what I'm about to do, the Henry's Kitchen game, and if maybe the moderators don't mind giving a link to it in case you want to play along at home, we're going to cook. We're basically making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So I'm grabbing
Delish.
the various ingredients that you do to make them.
Great.
But
Great.
you have to avoid
Delish.
insects, onions,
Great. Sandwich made.
and the
Sandwich made.
what else?
Woohoo! Awesome.
Rats.
Delish. Awesome.
So I've made 2 sandwiches. Once you've
Nice.
gotten your jelly, peanut butter, and your bread,
Nice.
that's
Yeah.
a full sandwich, and you have a counter on the top. But the
Woohoo!
real twist of the game is that all the
Sandwich
ingredients don't come
Sandwich
down
made. Sandwich
at
made.
the same
Peanut butter.
time.
Sandwich made.
So as you can see,
Sandwich made. Sandwich made.
yeah, I'm about even now.
Awesome.
When you get to 30,
Sandwich made.
you get a
Nice.
free life.
Awesome.
And
Nice.
there's some people on here. There's one person who's gotten to 98,
Woohoo!
which blows my
Great.
mind.
Yeah. Peanut butter. Nice. Sandwich made. Sandwich made. Yeah. Great. Great.
Do I know how to play any songs by the comedian Henry Phillips?
Sandwich made. Nice.
Yeah, no, you know,
Delish.
I've written a fair share of songs myself.
Nice.
The
Nice.
Jose
Sandwich made.
Suicidio
Great. Sandwich made.
songs are sort of the Henry's Kitchen
Nice.
soundtrack.
Delish.
I guess you could call it
Sandwich
a,
made. Delish. Yeah. Great. Awesome.
I believe the word I'm looking for is a pseudonym.
Nice. Nice. Awesome. Sandwich made. Sandwich made. Delish. Sandwich made.
Okay, so what's happening
Sandwich
here is
made.
I've got 29
Sandwich
jelly.
made. Nice.
So I'm all
Delish.
stocked up on jelly, but I'm really lacking
Sandwich made.
in
Peanut
bread
butter.
and peanut
Yeah.
butter. So I'm going to start prioritizing and
Sandwich
just
made.
not really
Delish. Peanut butter.
worrying about
Sandwich
the
made.
jelly anymore. I'm just going to sort
Yeah.
of go for... I mean, if
Nice.
it falls in my lap, I'll take it, but I'm not going to
Nice.
prioritize it. I need bread,
Sandwich made.
peanut butter.
Woohoo! Nice.
This game's going pretty well. I think
Peanut
this
butter.
might be one of my higher scores. The highest score is 98,
Sandwich
and
made.
I don't think I'll ever hit that.
Sandwich made. Sandwich made. Nice.
Okay, they're starting to come down pretty
Yeah,
quick,
great.
but I got a
Nice.
free life, which is nice.
Peanut butter. Nice. Awesome.
Okay.
My morning jacket just
Sandwich
subscribed,
made.
so that's
Peanut
pretty
butter.
cool.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Okay.
Sandwich peanut butter. Nice. Made.
All right.
Awesome. Nice.
I need
Peanut butter.
bread, guys. Bread is what I need.
Peanut butter. Great. Jelly.
At this point, they start coming down pretty hard.
Sandwich made.
See, like that
Awesome.
bread was within reach, but I didn't want to chance it.
Sandwich made. Sandwich made.
Okay.
Sandwich made.
Lemon Seal, just subscribe. Thank you very much for that.
Nice. Sandwich made. Sandwich made. Sandwich made. Yeah.
If you want to know where these
Nice.
awesome graphics came from, this
Great.
game was designed by Mr.
Sandwich
Martin Cohen,
made.
one of
Peanut
my
butter.
best friends.
Nice. Great.
And in
Yeah.
addition to being a very
Sandwich
talented
made.
performer,
Peanut butter. Delish.
he's
Yeah.
also
Nice. Great.
a game maker. And,
Yeah. Great. Yeah. Made.
I don't know. If you ask me, this
Nice.
is better than a lot of
Sandwich
stuff
made.
that
Awesome.
that
Delish.
came out on Atari
Sandwich
back
made.
when I was a kid.
Awesome. Jelly.
Let's see here.
Sandwich made. Sandwich made.
I need basically a flood of bread with nothing to interrupt it.
Sandwich made.
Sometimes that
Awesome.
happens.
Sandwich made.
I just need a ton of bread.
Delish.
Wow, this is going really well, you guys. I guess I'm getting
Bread.
better at
Made.
it. I've played it probably for about 100 hours.
Jelly. Yeah.
They say if you
Peanut
do
butter.
anything for
Awesome.
100
Yeah.
hours,
Sandwich made. Yeah. Delish. Great.
And, you start to really
Sandwich made.
question how you're spending your time.
Peanut butter. Nice. Sandwich made. Nice. Nice. Sandwich made. Sandwich made. Nice.
Wow, this is insane.
Sandwich made.
I feel like I'm in the zone.
Woohoo! 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 Sandwich made.
This is insane.
Sandwich made.
Oh,
More bread.
okay.
Sandwich made.
Now it's getting ridiculous.
Bread. Awesome. Awesome.
I just need a whole bunch of bread. I'm just going to try to get bread.
Crap. Sandwich made.
Or jelly. Now it looks like I need jelly in a weird way.
That sucks.
Ah. Okay, well that wasn't bad, so I'm going to say,
Holy guacamole.
Henry,
Holy guacamole.
oh,
I just got hit by a car.
so yeah, you can see 98 there.
And you're the one who
Goes down
swept
from
me
there.
off my feet, pushed me in
So
the
my
street,
stats, I had 7.
left me
Okay.
in a cold. Okay. Hi.
Oh, D's Nuts, 694. No stream would be complete if I didn't thank the fantastic moderators and a few other people. I want to thank Dingo Bop, Fawcan, Dom Beef, Hottest Bear, Do Dingle, Dagoggy, Dr. Flanges, and also other people that have assisted: Bacchus, Daisy Blossom, Melon 95, and Pilskman. As always, I like to thank Nim because about a year ago, Nim reached out about my cooking video, and we did a collaboration, and so many people pushed me toward getting started doing the live cooking sessions, and so I always want to thank him. Bumble Vision, who helps me out with a lot of technical stuff too. The LGX. My buddy Bill Larkin, who I've known for years, who is another person who inspired me to get on Twitch. And also Forsen, who I have never met, but has sent a lot of people my way, so I appreciate that, Forsen. And let's see how our dish turned out here. So we've got our falafel balls. I don't know. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I think these came out pretty good. If yours came out as good as mine, then I'm happy for you. I'd like to see pictures of them, and maybe we can compare. I think you can do that on the Discord. But let's go ahead and try these babies out. Gonna grab a small one to begin with. We're gonna dip it in the mayonnaise here. Well, it's funny because in the beginning you feel like you're gonna be biting into something that's like a Coney Island State Fair type deep fried delicious goodness, like a deep fried pickle or something like that, but instead it's got all kinds of unavailable name. Just subscribe, so thanks for that. But so you're biting into it thinking it's going to be awesome, and then it turns out to be I guess a little disappointing because it's mostly parsley and flour, which aren't bad things by themselves, but in this dish you kind of are craving something that's a little more tasty or something. I don't know. Well, they're certainly going to be a good snack, and I highly recommend them. My apologies to the Baby Cakes Cake Pop Maker by Baby Cakes people, because even though for me, I accidentally slammed the thing on my thumb and it really hurt, and that might have gotten me off to a rocky start with this whole stream. It's not your fault. I was holding it up to demonstrate it, and then the thing clamped down on me. So I still think it's a good product, and you know what? It makes a pretty damn good ball-shaped food. Pretty much any kind of food that you want to be ball-shaped. I've made octopus, takoyaki octopus balls, and also cake pops, obviously. But I think next time I'm going to do something sweet, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, this isn't really very good. But it's what it is. Remember, when you start cooking something... Oh, by the way, my oven's still on, even though we didn't wind up using it. Make sure that if you preheated your oven, that you turn it off right now, because I don't want people to have done that and leave it on. Just remember that with cooking, when you start doing a dish, you have no idea what the end result is going to be, and you have no idea how you're going to get there. It could be dangerous, it could be frightening, or it could be incredibly difficult or tedious or anxiety-inducing. But you have to keep telling yourself you're cooking, and that's what you wanted to do. So what were you supposed to do? Not cook? So I hope that's helpful to anybody out there. And I also say, always eat whatever it is that you make. Because if you don't, if you're not going to eat your own food, who's going to eat it? So as always, I want to say a very special thank you to everybody who subscribed, who followed, who watched. Thanks again, Nim, for sending a bunch of people on the raid today. And okay, somebody else subscribed, Moopin' Scoops. Somebody said, let's see, I'm just looking for some questions. Do you think it'll taste with sour cream better than with mayo? Oh, that's interesting. Sour cream. I don't really know the difference between the two. They both look about the same, and usually when foods look the same, they also kind of taste the same. Wow, Dismo gifted 5 subs to viewers. So that's awesome. Mayo is the tahini sauce of America. Yeah, that sounds like a little bit of a barb, because mayo is a little more bland. But then again, if you prefer bland food, then maybe that's a compliment. I'm not really sure. Somebody would call those edible. Yeah, they're definitely edible. This is definitely some of the food of all time. Thank you. Thank you. Describe the texture. Oh, the texture, I guess it's mushy. Let's face it, we had some problems with the blender. It's supposed to be a food processor, and I think a food processor blends dry ingredients, whereas in order to make this, I had to add water, and you don't add water. That wasn't part of the recipe. I improvised that. So my feeling is that using the blender made it come out mushy. But what was I going to do? I mean, the ingredients just weren't coming together. As a matter of fact, I might have to get a new blender after this. Basically, this is a smoothie, but deep fried. Needs more salt. You know what? Thanks for bringing that up. I didn't put any salt in it, and I was supposed to put salt and pepper. Corn dogs next time, yes. This is really screaming out for some kind of meat, like a hot dog would be awesome. It's my friend Velkuz's birthday. Can you wish him a happy birthday for me? Absolutely. Happy birthday, Velkuz. I hope your day's good, and I hope you're making these homemade falafel balls. Can a good chef make good food with bad kitchen appliances? Yes. There's two schools of thought on this. Some people say you're only as good as the equipment that you have in your room, in your kitchen. I have found, because I've seen people cook that have had the worst equipment, like people who live like in a shack with just like a hot plate or whatever, and they've made food that tastes better than what I can make in my glorious kitchen with all these fancy utensils and whatnot. I mean, look, I've got this thing, which isn't an ice cream scooper, but it's similar, and somebody who didn't have that would probably be able to improvise some way of getting the the falafel batter into the cake pop maker. So somebody asked about the Highwayman. Oh, that's happening this month for sure. And Super Potatoes 1989 cheered times 1,000. So thank you for that. And happy birthday, Velkuz. And somebody said your mom. I'm not sure what all that's about, but I'm going to leave myself out of it. If you come to Portland, you can crash at my house. That's great. I always like to crash at people's houses. Makes me feel like a teenager. Move to a shack, yeah. So somebody asked what year that I was born in. I'm going to tell you, it was 1969. It was an amazing year. America sent people to the moon during that year. John F. Kennedy was shot. I don't know if that was in that year or not, so don't quote me on that. But it was a very tumultuous year, a lot of political upheaval, and a lot of people don't know that I was born in the same hospital that John Lennon died in, which I don't think there's any relevance to that. It's just sort of an interesting factoid, and the two events happened 10 years apart.
Okay.
Oh, we got Martin Beck's Gran just subscribed, so that's pretty awesome. And someone said, you can get my cake pop into the falafel maker if you know what I mean. I don't know what you mean. but I'll try to think about it. Would you collab with Twitch partners? You got a lot of big fans here. I'll collab with people. I do it all the time, and that's always a good time. So, have I ever done snoo or snuff? I smoked cigarettes for a long time. I don't know what snoo or snuff is. Grucerillis just subscribed, so thanks for that. And drugs are something that you might want to think about if you want to try to get into the kitchen. I don't want to endorse them because I might be able to get a sponsorship from Baby Cakes Cake Pop Makers, and they're very family oriented. And so I'm certainly not going to come on here and tell you to do drugs or that it's okay to do drugs. I say that's a choice that you have to make for yourself. Where one genius left the world, another joined. Oh, the John Lennon. Yeah, no, I agree. Mech at work cheered. So thanks for that. But anyway, I want to say thank you to everybody. This Twitch thing, even though in the last couple of months, has grown into a really big thing, and I'm going to be doing it twice a week. The next one is going to be Sunday at noon. I'm going to try to think of something very brunchy. It's noon for me out here, Pacific time zone. So, you know, until then, I'll keep on trying to think of new things that we can do. I want to hopefully get some new ideas, some fresh ideas in here. And I'd also like to have you guys, Velcuz just subscribed. Happy birthday and thank you. So I'd like to have it so that you guys suggest recipes to me. And I think the Discord would probably be the best place to do that. But anyway, thanks again to everybody. I'm going to be here Sunday at noon. And until then, keep cooking and keep videotaping your cooking and uploading it is the advice that I would have for you. Sincere thanks, everyone. Have a good week.